season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate creative leagues, and what if tournament. It's Coffee Cup Games with the coach, DKM. Hey, this is Coach DK with Coffee Cup Games. Hope you guys are having a good one. As you know, we are doing a March Madness tournament here at Coffee Cup Games. We picked the greatest 68 World Series champions based on their winning percentage. We put them all in a single elimination tournament, and we are currently in the preliminary rounds. In this matchup from the Maple bracket, we have the number 17 Boston Braves from 1914 visiting the 1952 New York Yankees, who are the number 16 seed. The winner of this game is going to take on Murderers Row and the 1927 New York Yankees, the number 1 seed. The 1914 Boston Braves had quite a season. At the halfway point, they were in last place. But over the last 80-plus games, they won 78% of their games to win the National League pennant and advance to the World Series. In the World Series, they were quite underdogs against the Philadelphia Athletics, but they ended up sweeping them in 4 games. The Braves were led by 2 Hall of Fame infielders, a duo that had more double plays than anyone else in the league, Johnny Evers at second base and Rabbit Maranville at short. The Braves' opponent will be the 1952 New York Yankees. This was the Yankees' 50th year in existence. They ended up winning their 19th World Series. And in 1952, it was their 4th World Series in a row where they beat the Brooklyn Dodgers in 7 games. They were led by Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra, but their real strength was their starting pitching. They had 4 starters, all who had great seasons, with their worst starting pitcher having an ERA of 3.07. The other 3 had ERAs under 3. So in this matchup, we're going to have the 1914 Boston Braves visiting the 1952 New York Yankees. So let's go ahead and let's check out the starting lineups. For the 1914 Boston Braves, they're going to have Schmidt, the first baseman, leading off. DeVore will be in right field. He'll be batting second. Connolly, the left fielder, will be batting third. Johnny Evers at second base will be batting fifth. Hank Gowdy, the catcher, will be batting fifth. Mann, the center fielder, will be batting sixth. Rabbit Maranville, the shortstop, will be batting seventh. Deal, the third baseman, will be batting eighth. And on the mound will be Dick Rudolph. For the 1952 Yankees, they will have Bauer, the right fielder, leading off. Rizzuto, the shortstop, will be batting second. Mickey Mantle, the Hall of Fame center fielder, will be batting third. Yogi Berra, the Hall of Fame catcher, will be batting fourth. Woodling, the left fielder, will be batting fifth. Collins, the first baseman, will be batting sixth. McDougald, the third baseman, will be batting seventh. Billy Martin will be at second base. He'll be batting eighth. And on the mound will be Vic Raschi. So now let's go ahead, let's jump into the action between the 1914 Boston Braves and the 1952 New York Yankees. In our last game of the preliminaries, we have the 1914 Boston Brave visiting the 1952 New York Yankees. Vic Raschi is on the mound for the Yankees, who I will be managing. Here is Schmidt, the first baseman, up to bat first, and he is going to hit a line ball to McDougald, and that's going to be 1 down. And now here is DeVore, the right fielder. He's going to rip a single opposite field into left, and that's going to put him on base. And now Connolly is up. He hit 306 in 1914 with 9 home runs. So Connolly up to bat. Here's the pitch by Vic Raschi, and he is going to rip a double off the wall at Yankee Stadium, and that's going to move DeVore all the way to third base, and they have runners on second and third with 1 down. And now Johnny Evers, the Hall of Famer, is up, who at 279 is going to have a chance to knock in some runs, and he's going to draw a walk. So bases loaded in the first inning for Vic Raschi, and here comes Gowdy, the catcher, at 243. Trying to get out of it, and he's a 1-2 for a triple. It's going to be a 5, so it's going to be deep enough for a sacrifice fly that's going to score a run, but it will be the second out. And now Mann, the center fielder, is up, and he's going to draw a walk.
You're killing me, Smalls!
So Vic Raschi obviously struggling in the first inning, and now Rabbit Maranville is up, another Hall of Famer, who at 289 with 4 home runs, he's going to be strikeout. So we get out of the inning after allowing 1 run, but a whole lot more damage could have been done. So in a weird way, we're actually happy getting out of that inning with the little amount of damage that actually occurred. So we're going to go into the bottom of the first, trailing by 1, and now Bauer, the right fielder, is up. He hit 293 with 17 home runs, and he's going to lead off with a ground ball between third and short. He's going to make it in the left field, so that's going to be a single. And now Phil Rizzuto is up, shortstop, who had 254, and he's a 1-5. It's going to be a 12, so it's going to be a line out. And now Mickey Mantle, one of the greatest center fielders of all time, comes to bat. The switch hitter hit 311 with 23 home runs back in 1952, and unfortunately, he's going to be strikeout. And now Yogi Berra is up. He hit 30 home runs in 1952, and he's going to draw a walk. So we have a runner in scoring position for Woodling, the left fielder, who hit 299, and he's going to need a 1-6 for a single. It's going to be a 12. Go! So that's going to be an out by the first baseman, and that's going to end the inning as we go into the top of the second. Vic Rashi hoping to calm down after the first. Deal is up, third baseman. He needs a 1-5 on the pitcher's card. Luckily for us, that is going to be a single because Deal has a W for his power rating, which means he's weak. Again, I wish the stratomatic did have this change that if you had a chance for a home run on the pitcher's card and you were not having a good rating, it would at least be a double. But I'm not going to argue because it benefits us in this one. Dick Rudolph is up, the pitcher. Imagine he's going to try to bunt here. He will. He lays it down. We have a chance to throw out the runner at second. He has a 55% chance to be safe. We're going to take the short out at first. Let him take second base. And now Schmidt is up, the leadoff man, who lined out last inning. And he is going to rip a single. Deal, not fast, is going to hold up at third. So it's runners on the corners with one out. And now DeVore is up, who singled in the first inning. Schmidt cannot get a lead. Vic Rashi with a strikeout. So second strikeout of the game, and now Connolly's up, who had a double in the last game, and another strikeout. For Vic Rashi, back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the second as they had a runner on scoring positions. So we are going to go into the bottom of the second with Collins, our first baseman, up. He had 18 home runs. He's going to ground ball to Johnny Evers at second. That's going to be an easy out, one down. And now McDougald is up. He's going to draw a walk. So he's on base. And now Billy Martin, future manager for the Yankees, is up. He's going to ground ball to Deal. He's going to throw it to Evers. They're going to try to get a double play, but they cannot as Martin beats that one out. And so that's going to put him on first on the fielder's choice. So there's two down, and now the pitcher, Vic Rashi's up. And he's going to hit a fly ball to man in center field, and that's going to be an out. So we haven't gotten any runs and still trail 1-0 after 2. Here's Boston Braves Johnny Evers, the Hall of Famer, is going to be up first, and he's going to rip a ground ball between first and second. Martin and Collins cannot get to it. Bauer scoops it up, throws it into the infield as Evers ends up on first, and now Hank Gowdy's up to bat. Evers can't get a lead. He needs a 1-9 for a triple. And luckily for us, it's a 16, so that's going to be a fly out.
Nice!
So Evers stays put. That could have been another run. And so now Mann is up to bat, the center fielder, who drew a walk in the first. It's going to be strikeout. So the fourth strikeout for Vic Rashi, and now Rabbit Maranville is up, and he's going to be strikeout. So back-to-back innings that our pitcher goes back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. And we're going to go into the bottom of the third with our leadoff man, top of the order, Hank Bauer, the right fielder, had 17 home runs, has some pop in his bat, but he's going to line ball right at Rabbit Maranville, and that's going to be one down. And now Phil Rizzuto's up. He's going to be hit by a pitch. So we're going to try to see if he can get a lead here and try to steal.
He's out!
He cannot, as he gets picked off at first, trying to get a lead. So unfortunately that didn't work, and now Mickey Mantle's up, and he's a 1-2 for a single. It's going to be a 5, and so that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning as we go into the top of the fourth. After 3, the 1914 Boston Braves have 1 run on 5 hits, and they have not committed error. And the Yankees from 1952 have 0 runs, have only gotten 1 hit, and have not committed an error. Top of the fourth, here's Vic Rashi going against Deal, the third baseman. He is 1-for-1. He's going to ground ball to Billy Martin. That's going to be one down. And now Rudolph's up, and that's going to be strikeout. Number 6 for Vic Rashi. And now here's Schmidt. And again, a strikeout. So for the third inning in a row, Vic Rashi comes back with back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. And the fourth is a 1-2-3 affair for the Braves. So here now the Yankees are up in the bottom half of the fourth. Yogi Berra is going to lead us off. He walked earlier. He's going to hit a ground ball to Maranville. Maranville has to make a play.
Whoopsies.
He cannot. He has incredible range, but luckily the roll worked out in our favor where it came to his glove. And Maranville has a rating of 25 airs. So Yogi Berra is able to get on base with the air. And so now Woodling is up. Woodling is going to need a 1-2, and it's going to be a 2. So just gets past the gloves of the 2 Hall of Fame interior infielders. And that's going to put us on runners on first and second. And now Collins is up. Collins hit .280 with 18 home runs, and that's going to be a strikeout. So one down, and now McDougald is up. He drew a walk back in the second, so he's over 0. He's going to rip a single line ball into the center field. Man scoops it up. He's going to throw it home. We have a chance to send our runner. He's got a 50% chance. We are going to send him because we have our number 8 hitter, Billy Martin, and our pitcher coming up. So we're going to send him. We're going to send the trailing runs. There's no cutoff.
You're out.
And he's going to be easily thrown out at home base. It was a 50% chance. We took our risk, and it did not work. So that's going to be 2 down. But both runners do advance, so they're on second and third with Billy Martin up the bat. He's 0-for-1, and he's going to hit a ground ball to deal at third. So an opportunity lost for us, as that's going to go ahead and end the inning with 2 runners stranded in scoring position. As we go into the top of the 5th, Vic Rashi on the mound going against DeVore, who's 1-for-2. He scored a run, and he's going to hit a pop-up over to the right-hand side of the field. Collins, the first baseman, calls everyone off, brings it in, and that's going to be 1 down. And now Conley's up. He's 1-for-2 with a double. Here's a fly ball to Mickey Mantle in center field, who's going to have to make a play. He charges this one, and he gets there with a great play by Mickey Mantle, and now Evers is up. He's 1-for-1 with a walk, and for the third time, he gets on base safely. As with 2 outs, they have a runner on. Here's Gowdy. Evers looking to take a lead. He gets a good jump. He's going to steal.
He's out.
And we are going to throw him out. Yogi Berra throws out Johnny Evers, who had a 1-16 chance to be safe, 17-20 to be out, and we roll a 19 on the 20 die to end the inning as we go into the bottom of the 5th. Here's Vic Rashi, the pitcher, going to lead us off. Not expecting much here. He's going to hit a ground ball to Johnny Evers. And Johnny Evers, probably one of the greatest defensive second basemen all time, scoops that one up easily. And that's going to be 1 down. And now Hank Bauer is up, and he's going to be strikeout. The third strikeout for Dick Rudolph. And now Phil Rizzuto is up. He had .254, and he's going to be strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts for Dick Rudolph as we go into the top of the 6th. Vic Rashi on the mound going against Gowdy, this catcher, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Phil Rizzuto. He's going to have to make a hard play to his right. He slides, he gets it, he scoops up, hops on his knee, he throws it at first, and he just gets out Gowdy at first base. An incredible play by Phil Rizzuto for 1 down, and now the center fielder is up. He's going to hit a line ball right at McDougald. That's going to be an out, and that's going to be an injury for the center fielder. He's going to miss the rest of the game. He will be eligible for the following games if they win. And now Rabbit Maranville is up to bat, and he is going to hit a ground ball to McDougald, and that's going to be the third out. 1, 2, 3, and we go into the bottom of the 6th. It looks like the Braves are going to bring in Possum Whited. That's right, Possum is his nickname, and he is going to be the center fielder. He obviously is very good defensively, as he has a range of 1, an air rating of 6. He has a +1 arm. They're obviously not losing anything defensively. So we go into the bottom of the 6th. Here's Mickey Mantle leading us off as we have the heart of the order with Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, and Woodling, the left fielder, coming up the bat. Here is Mickey Mantle. he is going to be strikeout. So Mickey Mantle has definitely not done anything in this game offensively. And now here's Yogi Berra. He's 0 for 1. He's been on base twice as he got on base in the fourth on an error. And so he is going to rip a single over top of Schmidt, the first baseman. DeVore slides over, picks out one, and throws it to Evers, the cutoff man, and Yogi Berra is safe at first with one down. And now Woodling is up. He's 1 for 2. He's going to pop up high into the air. Rabbit Maranville is going to call everybody off, and that's going to be 2 down. And now here's Collins. He's 0 for 2, and he needs a 1-5 for a triple, but it's going to be a 20.
Disappointed!
So that's going to end the inning with Yogi Berra standing on first base as we go into the 7th inning. The 1914 Boston Braves have 1 run on 5 hits. They have come in there. The New York Yankees, with their great offense, have 0 runs, only 4 hits, has not committed an error yet. So here we go into the bottom 3 innings of the game. Vic Rashi still on the mound, looking good. Deal. The third baseman's up, and he needs a 1-5 on the pitcher's card for a home run. It's going to be a 19, so that's going to be an out. As it's a fly out to Bauer and right, and now Rudolph, the pitcher's up. He's going to hit a fly ball to Mickey Mantle in center, and that's going to be the second out. And now Schmidt, the first baseman's up, and he's going to have a 2-out single as he hits this one to the right side of the infield, gets through, and that's going to put him on first base. Now here's DeVore, the right fielder. Schmidt tries to get a lead. He cannot. DeVore is going to hit a fly ball to Bauer in right to end the inning, and we're going to go into the bottom of the 7th, still trailing by 1. And McDougald is going to lead us off as we got the bottom of our order with McDougald, Martin, and Rashi coming up. McDougald is going to lead off with a line ball over the infield. It's going to bounce once in the grass, and then DeVore is going to grab that one. So McDougald is on base with a leadoff hit. And now Billy Martin is up. And so Martin with a chance to help get a rally going here. He's 0 for 2 today. And he's going to hit a line ball right at Johnny Evers for 1 down. And now we got our pitcher, Vic Rashi, coming up. We're going to go ahead. We're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Hey, if you're still watching this video, I want you to take a quick moment. Like the video by hitting the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Leave any questions, comments, or snide remarks in the comment section down below. So now let's get back to the action. So we're going to bring in Johnny Mize, the pinch hit for Vic Rashi. He hit .263 with 4 home runs. He had around 130-ish at-bats, so not often used, but was one of the few players that did get used on the Yankees bench. And so he has a chance here to help his Yankees out, and he is going to hit a line ball right at Schmidt. And McDougald is caught off the base, and Schmidt tags the base for the force out, so a double play. But Johnny Mize is also injured in this one. So he obviously is going to have to come out of the game. So we're not going to be able to use him on the field if we wanted to, which we probably wouldn't have done. And so we need to find a new pitcher. And so we're going to bring in Eddie Lopat into the 8th inning to be able to see if the left-hander can keep the game a run game. And she's going to be facing the heart of the Boston Braves lineup as they got Connolly, Evers, and Gowdy coming up. Here's Connolly, 1 for 3 with a double, and he's going to pop out, and that's going to be 1 down as McDougald, the third baseman, pulls that one, and Johnny Evers, 1 for 1 with 2 walks, is going to hit a ground ball to Billy Martin, who snares that one off a couple of dribbles, and he throws that one to Collins at first, and that's going to be 2 down, and now Gowdy is up. He's 0 for 2. He does have an RBI and a sacrifice fly. He's going to hit a fly ball to Mickey Mantle center field, who has to make a play. Mickey Mantle's got to run back for that one. Lifts up his glove and snares that one out of the air. So that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning as Eddie Lopat does a great job in the 8th, not allowing any runners on base. And we're going to go into the bottom of the 8th with the top of the lineup. Coming to bat, Bauer up to bat. He's 1 for 3 at a single back in the first. And he is going to lead off with a single between first and second. And that's going to put a runner on. And now we got Phil Rizzuto, who hit .254 with 2 home runs. We are going to bunt and try to see if we can advance the runner. Here's the pitch. He bunts the ball, and it's going to be a sacrifice bunt as the first baseman Schmidt comes in, tosses it to Evers, covering first, and that's going to be an out. And Bauer is on second base. He is in scoring position with Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra coming up. Couldn't ask for a better opportunity for the Yankees. Mickey Mantle, though, is 0 for 3 today. He's going to hit a ground ball to Rabbit Maranville. Maranville snags this one. We have an opportunity to send Bauer, and the defense is going to have to decide what they're going to do. We're not going to take a 50% chance on that one. And so they're going to retire Mantle at first base as he's 0 for 4 today. And now Yogi Berra's up. He's gotten on base all 3 times, 3 different ways. He's been walked. He's reached base because of an error, and he also got on base because of a single. Can he do something again and get on base and keep this inning alive with a runner in scoring position? Yogi Berra, the Hall of Famer, is going to hit a ground ball to deal. He has to make it a play defensively, and he will. And that's going to end the inning as the New York Yankees still have not gotten a run. Man, what a defensive game and pitching game. We're going to leave Eddie Lopat on the mound. He's going to be going against Possum Whitted, who is the replacement who came in after the injury, and his first at bat, and he's going to draw a walk in the top of the 9th, so he's on base. He's got good speed, can't get a good lead though. Rabbit Maranville is up. He's going to hit a ground ball to McDougald, who has to dive to his right. He cannot throw it for the force out of second, so he's going to take the out at first and just gets out Rabbit Maranville at first base. But Whitted is now in scoring position, and now Deal, the third baseman, is up. And he's going to hit a ground ball to Phil Rizzuto, who has to make a play. We can take the short out at first, or we can throw for the runner. We are going to take the short out at first for 2 down. And now Dick Rudolph is up, the pitcher. They are going to let him hit. He needs a 1-3 for his single. It's going to be a 13, so that's going to be an out. So they are obviously going with Rudolph to try to get the complete game shutout here. As that ends the top of the 9th, we go into the bottom of the 9th. We got Woodling, the left fielder, coming up. Then we got Collins, the first baseman, and then McDougald, the third baseman. Woodling hit 309 with 12 home runs back in 1952. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit a ground ball to Deal.
Whoopsies!
And Deal has an error, so we get lucky. So Woodling is on first. Let's see if we want to bring in a pinch runner. Well, we're going to bring in Irv Noren to pinch run. We don't really have a lot of speed on the bench. Noren also does play left fielder, so hopefully he can jump into left field if the game continues. And we got Collins, the first baseman, up. He had 18 home runs with a 280 average. He is 0 for 3 today. No time like now to get his first hit. Here's the pitch. Collins is going to rip a single up the middle. We are going to send Noren to third.
You're out!
They are going to throw it, and they are going to throw him out as he needed a 1, I think it was a 1-14 to be safe. And they roll a 19, so that's going to be an out. As Possum Whitted, with his +1 arm, the defensive the replacement for the injury, ends up throwing out Noren at third. And so Collins does advance to second. He is in scoring position. There's 1 out. McDougald is up, the third baseman. He has been on base every time. He has 2 of our 6 hits. He's been walked. So can he keep his bat hot? And here's Dick Rudolph, and 1-5 for a triple. And this time the 20-die roll is in our favor. McDougald with a triple, his 3rd hit of the game. And that is going to score a run. And now Billy Martin is up the bat. Bottom of the 9th, their infield is in. Their outfield is in. 1 down. Can Billy Martin get a hit or do something here? He needs a 1-19 for a double. And Billy Martin comes through and gets the hit as we get 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win this one. And come back, and the 1952 Yankees are going to advance. Holy cow, what a game as the New York Yankees from 1952 beat the Boston Braves from 1914 2-1 as the Yankees come back in the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 1 run, and put up 2 runs after having a player thrown out trying to advance the third. That was a lot of drama and a great game and a great ending. Probably one of the most exciting games we've had so far here at Coffee Cup Games in this March Madness tournament. And unfortunately, for these 1952 Yankees, they're going to be going against the number 1 seed, the 1927 New York Yankees. So we will have a Yankees versus Yankees matchup in our next round. So I hope you guys enjoy this game. We've gotten through all the preliminary games so far. Now we're going to be going into the first round. So until next time, this is Coach DK. Have a good one. Bye.